Alright guys, today we have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover. Things have been very quiet lately, I'm sure most of you are well aware of that, and we don't know when things are going to start heating up again, but in the meantime, we have some really interesting things here that I want to go over. We're talking about The Last of Us multiplayer. Apparently there was some information about this multiplayer that leaked out through somebody data mining The Last of Us Part 2. They found some really interesting stuff that could give us an idea of what we can expect in this Last of Us multiplayer game. We have an update on the rumored Fromsoftware PlayStation 5 exclusive title, and we have a few smaller topics to go over as well. So before we dive into it, guys, hit the like button to help this video out and show your support. And if you are new here to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. I would definitely appreciate that. But starting here with The Last of Us multiplayer, this is reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, and the title says, The Last of Us Part 2 Datamine hints at Battle Royale and multiplayer in the future. And so it says here, The Last of Us 2 launched without a multiplayer mode when the single-player campaign became far and away the most ambitious project the developer had ever created. A recent data mine suggests the game may once have had multiplayer modes, and some speculate that those assets could be used in the future for Naughty Dog's standalone multiplayer project. YouTuber Specializer has uncovered unused multiplayer assets that hint towards the possibility of a Battle Royale mode. One of the most prominent items Specializer uncovered was a map prop showing a really large play space. The locations included are the port of Camelito, Adler Park, and Adler Plaza, with points of interest that include a gas station, estate, nature center, and motel. Note that many of these are the same environments that appear in The Last of Us Part 2's story. Specializer theorized the size of the map suggested there's a huge chance this could be used for a Battle Royale mode. The location names suggest that the map will likely be different from the single-player maps merged together to create one big map. While not included in the video, he also found a compass, emote wheel script, and a player count, which is usually only used in Battle Royales. Specializer also found a handheld TV whose purpose is unknown, and a collar that he thought suggested dogs could appear in multiplayer. There's a listen mode device too, so the single player campaign's listen mode may not readily be available to players in multiplayer unless they have the right gadget. There are other assets he's been unable to restore so far, such as backpack models that hint at 6 different multiplayer classes: assault, melee, sniper, stealth, support, and tactical. Concluding his findings were a helmet and torso armor models for Ellie, and you can take a closer look at these assets in the video, so obviously they have the video linked. However, we must include the caveat that unused assets are not indicative of current plans, and the models found are low poly items that may have been placeholders or in planning/testing. Naughty Dog may have very well abandoned or changed these ideas since. Specializer's video is largely speculative about these findings and what they mean. But I definitely had to cover this because we have not heard anything about this multiplayer game that Naughty Dog is working on, and fans are getting a little bit antsy. You know, it's been a long time, and we want to know, like, what is this going to be? And so this individual who is data mining, I have to admit, it really does sound like they were planning on what sounds like a Battle Royale game mode for The Last of Us, which I understand, and I know Battle Royale, it's, you know, it's been done so much, nobody really wants it anymore. But at the same time, I think about The Last of Us gameplay, I think about the mechanics, and I just can't help but think to myself that it would lend itself perfectly to a big Battle Royale type game mode. So, you know, there is a pretty decent chance, I would say, considering this is, you know, leaning towards that. Whatever this multiplayer game is going to be, I don't think it's going to be just a Battle Royale game, but I think there will be a big Battle Royale mode that is part of this Last of Us multiplayer project. And so, you know, they saw classes and whatnot, and it's interesting. You know, it's interesting because it's stuff that they were clearly working on, and I'm sure that most of this stuff that he found in this data mine has moved over to be used in the development of this Last of Us multiplayer project. But yeah, guys, I'm at this point just going to be interested what you think about this. How many of you are looking forward to this Last of Us multiplayer game, and would you be excited if they had a big Battle Royale mode set in the Last of Us universe? Is that something you would be willing to play, or Is that not really your cup of tea? Let me know down in the comments below. But we are moving on to the next topic, which talks once again about the rumored exclusive PlayStation 5 exclusive Fromsoftware Souls-like IP that is apparently a thing that is going to happen. It may already be in development, and this is something we've been hearing about for a little while, but kind of from unknown sources, and we really don't know whether or not there's any truth to it. But now we have a more reputable and reliable source, that being Special Nick. He recently confirmed that, yeah, this is a thing. It's in development, or it's in early development, and it's part of a deal that Sony struck with Fromsoftware. And he gave us some more details about this Souls-like game, and he says that he believes this is a more Souls-like title. It's not going to be like Sekiro, and it's probably not going to be much like Elden Ring, or maybe it'll be somewhat similar to Elden Ring, because what we see of Elden Ring, it looks very similar to Dark Souls. But he's just basically saying, look, this is very much going to be a Souls-like title, right? And the game apparently came through a deal similar to that for Bloodborne and Demon Souls. This is something I've been hearing. I don't really know much about it, but people have told me that apparently this deal that Sony signed with Fromsoftware way back actually was for 3 titles. I don't know if I believe that or not, but it would make sense, and it would actually perfectly line up with this rumor. So we got Demon Souls, then we got Bloodborne, and then we're going to get whatever this other Souls-like title is. And so apparently the game is, as we said, it's not going to be related to Bloodborne or Demon Souls. It's going to be something completely separate. It's going to be a new IP. Sony will own the IP, but the game is going to be made by Fromsoftware and Sony XDev Japan. So it's another collaboration there. And I think that this is, really awesome. I don't think anybody, I've seen some of the comments that you guys left me on my last video. I don't think anybody's going to care that it's not Bloodborne 2. People are just stoked and hyped at the idea that, hey, we're going to get another exclusive Fromsoftware title. In fact, I think it's actually more exciting that it's going to be a new IP, right? Because that's what Bloodborne was, and people were just stunned, absolutely blown away by what they did with Bloodborne, and it's going to be really awesome when this is revealed. I do believe this 100%. It just makes too much sense, right? Like, I don't see a PlayStation generation going forward where Sony doesn't secure at least one exclusive Fromsoftware title, right? And the fact that they want it to be Souls-like, this is the part that interests me, right? Apparently, Hidetaka Miyazaki, he is going to be involved in this game, and he is the creator of Dark Souls. He's the mind behind it. Same thing with Bloodborne. So this is all good news. This is right up my alley. This is what I want. I love the Dark Souls games. I love Bloodborne. So the idea that we're going to get something else this generation, I'm just going to have to patiently wait for its announcement. So I do apologize. I know I sound like I'm maybe getting ahead of myself, pretty much saying, oh, this is confirmed. We do have to wait for official confirmation, but we're starting to get some interesting information about this game. So yeah, can't wait till it's revealed. But moving on to the next topic, we're talking about the developer of Hades, which is a very widely praised game, critically acclaimed game. Apparently, they are giving a lot of praise to Returnal and Housemarque, which is kind of surprising, right? So the creative director of Hades, he was talking with Coming Soon. His name is Greg Kasavin, and he named Housemarque's critically acclaimed roguelike as one of his favorite games this year so far. He added that he put several dozen hours into it, and he says that he's pretty deep into the game, and that the developer is super cool. So he really likes Housemarque. He really likes what they did here with Returnal, and I just thought that this was kind of a cool thing, right? Like, we have a developer who made a very critically acclaimed game, winning a lot of awards. People love it. Just came to PlayStation, and Housemarque actually responded and said, "We love Hades. We get it now on PlayStation." And so, yeah, I know it's something really small, but I thought it was worth pointing out because I just like to see Housemarque getting the credit that they deserve. There was just so much, I don't want to say negativity, but skepticism regarding Returnal and, Housemarque's ability to deliver a great game, a AAA title, right? Something that's a roguelike. Are people actually going to like it? And, it sold pretty well. It did well enough that Sony's like, we really like what you guys are doing. Like, do you want to be part of PlayStation Studios? And now the game is even getting praise from other top tier developers and development teams. So there you go. Always love to see it. But the final topic we're talking about, nothing major, but a update for Rocket League. Apparently it's getting a big PS5 update. And on top of that, there are going to be some new Ratchet and Clank items that are out tomorrow. So reading from Push Square, it says free-to-play powerhouse Rocket League is being treated to a substantial update tomorrow that adds brand new quality and performance modes for PlayStation 5 owners to make use of, as well as skins and decals inspired by the dynamic duo Ratchet and Clank. To claim them, all you need to do is log into the game before January 3rd, 2022. These Ratchet and Clank items are going to be exclusive to the PlayStation version of Rocket League, and it continues here by saying also available from tomorrow is a PS5 specific update that allows Rocket League to take advantage of all the bells and whistles these current gen consoles are capable of. Quality mode utilizes a 4K resolution at 60 frames per second with HDR. Performance mode runs at 120 frames per second with a 2688 by 1512 resolution. That's 70% of 4K alongside HDR. Of course, you will need your PS5 system to be hooked up to the correct type of TV to take full advantage of the performance mode. But this is a pretty significant update that Rocket League is getting. I think this game is still pretty popular, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people, it's just their go-to game, and it's nice to see that they're still supporting it. You know, they're still supporting the PlayStation version here, giving some exclusive Ratchet and Clank content. But this upgrade is also cool as well because it's nice to get these native PS5 upgrades, but especially seeing here they're going to be supporting 120 frames per second. I don't think, you know, a lot of people are going to be taking advantage of that, but for those who did invest into a TV that is capable of, you know, playing games at 120 frames per second, right, they're definitely going to be happy about this news if they play this. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. At this point, I'm going to ask you to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.